They are a little far pushed up. We might be able to do something here. We use our ultimate. We get Tsukiyomi with our 2. We're going to dash through, get a little bit of fire going onto that Ymir. Use our ultimate, get him weak. Unfortunately, we do not have enough on her, might be able to pressure him. Sun Wukong's here. We get our ultimate off onto them. This is a bad fight for you, Rama. We're going to dash up. We're able to get him with our passive and a basic attack. Alpwash now rotates in. We get the stun and the ultimate off onto him. We're going to avoid his ultimate, step back a little bit, dash through, get him with a basic attack, and we're able to clean up the Alpwash. What a do, Scooby Boo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Agni in mid. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If you are a returning viewer, Agni is one of the most balanced gods in the game, in my opinion. He's got a dash, he's got a form of CC, he does some decent damage, but not overwhelming damage. 2 games back to back, I feel like we had a really good early game in both, so let's go ahead and jump into Agni's abilities. Agni's 1, he's going to be able to summon a circle of fumes. This ability does do damage, but it really does the most damage whenever it connects with one of his other abilities. Any enemies that stand in the circle while it is set ablaze is going to be stunned. Any of Agni's other abilities, if it connects with the circle, is going to set the circle ablaze and stun enemies. Agni's 2 is a line attack that's going to deal damage. There's a little bit of a flame delay at the maximum range of this ability. So if you cast your 2 and then throw your 1 at the end of it, you should be able to activate your 1. Agni's 3, Agni's going to dash and leave fire on the ground behind him. While Agni is dashing, he is knockback immune, and his flames are going to deal damage every 0.5 seconds for 2 seconds. Agni's ultimate. Every 18 seconds, Agni is going to gain access to a giant meteor. He can have up to 3 of these stacked, and as he uses them, they go away. Agni's passive, after hitting 4 basic attacks, Agni will gain a buff on the next cast of a flame wave or rain fire, which is his 2 or 4. All enemies hit by those abilities are going to be set ablaze, taking damage every 0.5 seconds for 3 seconds. So we established a lot of lane pressure right here. With Agni, we're going to want to put a point into our 1 first, and then whenever we have our passive active, we want to use our 1 or a 3 on the wave. After putting a point into our 3, we're going to put a point into our 2. Bakasor is able to come and clean that Kibo up. Since we have lane pressure in mid, we're going to go ahead and rotate to the enemy red buff. Go ahead and save our ability for whenever it does this aggro thing. And then go ahead and pick up our red. We're going to rotate out. Left lane looks like it could use a little bit of help, but we're just going to rotate back to mid. We don't want to miss too much XP or farm. So it looks like the Kivo has not made it back yet. We're able to get our passive. We're going to dash through the wave with our 3, use our 1, and we're able to full clear the wave with our 2. Our red buff is still up, so we're going to go ahead and make our way here. The red buff is going to increase our magical power by a certain percentage. Basically, it's just going to make us deal more damage. Nothing too fancy with it. Kibo's falling back. We should be able to clear this wave pretty easily. We're going to use our 2, use our 1. The flame at the end ignites the circle from the 1 and stuns the Kibo. So there's a couple of little combinations you can do with your 1. You can cast your 2 and then throw your 1 at the maximum range. You can use your 3 to dash through and then use your 1 to stun. My personal favorite is to use your ultimate, cast your 1, and then use your ultimate. Once we hit level 5, I think we could apply a little bit of pressure. And once we hit level 5, we're going to get access to 1 meteor. I believe. We're about to find out. In terms of the build, we're going to be going with Mage's Blessing, and then we're going to be going into the tier 1 of Chronos Pendant. We're going to complete Boots, and then complete Chronos Pendant. So we just hit level 5, we do get a Meteor, we're going to dash in, use our Meteor, get the stun, hit him with a basic, hit him with another basic. I think the minions actually got him. So we are able to get a pick, we're going to go ahead and back. We're going to pick up the Lifesteal Boots. Since we're going into Chronos Pendant as our first major item, I feel like we could bypass the cooldown boots and get the Lifesteal Boots. Lifesteal Boots are going to be pretty helpful, but with Agni, if you're taking damage, you're kind of in the wrong position. Agni is a backline mage who can cast a lot of abilities from range. We're going to use our 2, use our 1 to get the stun, and then hit him with an ultimate. And that's essentially all we're going to be doing. A little bit of poke here and there. Trying to get a stun either from our ultimate or from our 2. We really aren't going to be dashing onto this Evo. So right there we did an ultimate 1 combo. We just missed the stun on the 1. We're going to go ahead and invade the enemy's red buff. We really have not seen the enemy jungler. We're going to go ahead and pick up the red buff, rotate out. So now that left lane is this far pushed up, I think it is a good time to gank. We have 2 people coming in behind. Even if they do use all of their dashes, we should be able to catch up to them. We use our 2-1 combo. We're able to dash through, get the pick onto Cupid with our 3. We clean up both people in left lane. The waves in mid are in the middle right now. It looks like Hivo was able to get a little bit of poke onto the minion waves because his wave is now at my tower. So we are missing a little bit of XP and gold, but we rotate back so we can get some of that. Bakasor is on our red. We're going to rotate over here so we don't miss it. We were able to get the large minion. Now we're going to head back to mid. We're feeling pretty confident, so we're going the aggressive way instead of the safe way back through tower. Camazotz is pressuring left right now, but they're really far pushed up near the enemy tower, so I don't think any kind of rotation from us is going to be helpful. I think we have kill potential on this Hivo right now. We miss our stun. So if you look at Agni's passive, right now he's about to gain access to his 3rd meteor. He already has 2. We just used 1, so now he gains his 2nd, and now we're charging up for our 3rd. The little flames above the halo indicate his passive. It has 4 stages. Once it's fully leveled up, you know that your passive is ready. We're going to dash in, use our 1, use our ultimate, we get the stun. We use another ultimate, does a decent amount of damage, and Bakasor is able to clean it up. I think everyone in this lobby was a member from the Discord, so we had some decent communication. If you are interested in playing and you have not joined the Discord, it is a great place to party up with people, to ask Smite questions. If you ever want to reach out to me about anything, Discord is the preferred method. We're going to make our way back to mid. Looks like Camazotz is holding mid for the Hivo. We have 2 levels on Hivo and 2 levels on Camazotz. So our 2 was a little short right there, a little unfortunate. Now we're going to have to basic attack, but that's also going to allow us to stack our passive. We use our ultimate, we get the stun. We try to hit him with the 2, unfortunately it was a little short. We have our passive active. We're going to go ahead and rotate to the red buff, drop an ultimate on it, and we were able to get a small plus one of the big camps. So I think we only missed 1 small right there.
An enemy has been slain.
Go ahead and hit the harpies while we wait for the minions to march up mid. Use an ultimate, get some good damage onto the Hivo. We missed our stun, but we're able to clean him up with our ultimate. We do have enough money for Chronos Pendant, so we are probably going to want to back for that next chance we get. So every time we are clearing a wave, we're rotating into the jungle to try to pick up a camp, whether it be the enemy red buff, our red buff, one of the neutral camps. If you are just sitting in lane waiting for the minions, you're going to miss out on some XP. We used one too many abilities, so we're just going to dash out, play it super safe. Camazotz is on the Bakasor. Kibo is also here. We're just going to make our way back to mid, use our 2 on the wave. So you could use your ultimate to clear the wave. I would not recommend it though, unless you are like backing the next chance you get. Get a little bit of damage off there, not enough to really pursue anything. So we're going to go ahead and start backing. Pick up Chronos Pendant. Chronos Pendant is going to give us 100 magical power. It's going to give us 20 MP5, which is the rate at which we recover mana every 5 seconds. And it's going to give us 20% cooldown, but we're really getting it for its passive. Every 10 seconds, the pendant activates, subtracting 1 second from all of your abilities currently on cooldown. The initial cooldown will not start until you leave the fountain. So every 10 seconds, we are getting a second knocked off of our cooldown. It's going to help us try to have 3 ultimates at all times. If we can land all 3 ultimates, our 2 and our 1, I think we have kill potential on any squishy character right now at this point in the game. After going into Chronos Pendant, we are going to be going into Divine Ruin. Go ahead and pick up some anti-heal. They have a Ra, a Camazotz, and a Cupid. So each one of those characters has a decent amount of heals kind of built into their kit. Getting Divine Ruin is going to allow us to proc it onto multiple people. And Agni has a kit that allows him to proc it on the multiple people pretty easily. Hit the Camazotz with our 2. We're going to dash out. So right now is an example of us waiting in lane while we don't have a wave, kind of missing out on XP in the jungle. We could have gone and made a play for the Harpies on the right side of the middle lane.
An enemy has been slain.
Bakasor is able to get a double over in right. We're going to go ahead and rotate left. This Cupid looks a little far pushed up. The Athena is very far pushed up. Cupid just used this dash. We should be able to drop some Agni ults on these people. We get the pick onto the Cupid. Camazotz is down as well. The enemy team surrenders. So there is another game coming up. It's also a short one. Really strong early game. The stats for this game will be posted in just a second, and I will be back at the beginning of the next game. So in this game, we are going to be starting from the speed buff. We're going to use our 3 to dash through the enemies, and now we're going to start landing basics to get our passive stacked. We get the XP from the speed buff, so now we're going to make our way to mid lane. Same strategy as last game. We're going to get our passive stacked, and then we're going to use our 3 on the minion waves. We actually missed one of the minions, which is kind of embarrassing because Outwash was nowhere around. We could have taken another 5 seconds to line that bad boy up. And we misclick and level up our 1. We definitely want to level up our 2 at level 2 with Agni. We are able to dash in and try to get our stun, which does not do a lot of damage, but maybe we can do that whenever the Ninja rotates in. Ninja is rotating in. Tsukiyomi's here. We're going to be a little careful on how we engage this. We try to get the stun. We get it onto Outwash, but not the Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi retreats back into the right jungle. We might be able to invade their red buff right here. I definitely feel like there's a lot less pressure by me this game since I put a point into my 1 instead of my 2. But now that we have our 2, we should be able to apply a lot of pressure. Neja is very weak, so we're going to ping her, let her know we're going for the red buff, we'd like a little help, and that we can tank it. We're going to dash through so that way the minions are standing on the fire, taking damage. Go ahead and pick up the red buff. We are a little low on health, but I think we should be alright here. We do have an Aegis in case we do take some damage. So we have our passive. No need to basic attack, other than to just do damage. We have our passive again. We hear Alposh. He must be working on his harpy in the left side. We have enough money for tier 2 boots, so we're going to go ahead and back, play it safe, get the tier 2 boots, get some potions, and then head back to lane. If you can hang out until you have enough money to get the full tier 3 boots, go ahead. That is much better. But we did not. We were playing it safe, so we're just going to back and get the tier 2. You do not want to leave with the tier 1 boots because the tier 1 boots only provide you 3% movement speed. They don't provide you any power. With the tier 2 boots, they do provide you a little bit of power. Looks like Alposh is rotating into his side of the jungle. Nope, looks like he's backing. He's wearing red, so I think they dropped their red buff. Unless Tsukiyomi's making a play for it right now. We just hit level 5. It'd be a great time to invade and try to put some pressure onto the enemy red buff, but instead it looks like we are going to settle for the easy XP and just get the mid camp that is not there. So we're going to rotate back mid, maybe to our damage buff. Oh, we're going for the full rotation left. Makes sense. They are a little far pushed up. We might be able to do something here. We use our ultimate. We get Tsukiyomi with our 2. We're going to dash through, get a little bit of fire going onto that Ymir. Use our ultimate. We get him weak. Unfortunately, we do not have enough. On her might be able to pressure him. Sun Wukong's here. We get our ultimate off onto them. This is a bad fight for you, Rama. We're going to dash up. We're able to get him with our passive and a basic attack. Alposh now rotates in. We get the stun and the ultimate off onto him. We're going to avoid his ultimate, step back a little bit, dash through, get him with a basic attack, and we're able to clean up the Alposh. Excellent rotation. We were able to get 2, and then their mid rotated as well, and we're able to get him. So now we know that mid is open. We're going to go ahead and take our red buff and then go clear a wave or 2. We do not want to back right now after getting red because look at all this XP in mid that we'd be missing. Since we cleared the wave, we're going to go ahead and back. Their minions are going to attack our minions kind of near their tower line, so our minions are going to push up past half. We're going to go ahead and march up mid. Looks like Alposh was able to clear the wave, so now we have minions coming to our tower. No sight on Alposh. And that is unfortunate. Their Tsukiyomi leaves the game.
Looks like we have a fearless warrior on our hands.
I think we were off to a really good start this game. Was really looking forward to playing this one out, but someone on the enemy team leaves, so I think the enemy team is going to call it pretty soon. We're going to go ahead and rotate, get a little bit of damage onto this Alposh. Neja Ulsum was able to get the pick onto him. We're going to rotate back mid and clean up the middle XP. We got our lifesteal boots online. We got our tier 2 Chronos Pendant online. Got a little bit of damage for us. We just need some people to use it on.
An enemy has been slain.
So right there, instead of getting poke on tower, we're going to rotate into the jungle and get some gold and XP from clearing camps. If you're trying to level up faster, attacking the tower is not going to help you level up faster. It is going to give you some gold, but you will not get any XP for it. So I generally like to just let my minions do the structure damage until my team can group up with me. We're going to go ahead and drop the red buff. Rama's really far pushed up on left. I don't think there's too much that we're going to be able to do, so we're not really going to rotate.
That's right.
Sun Wukong support.
Make it burn. Make it burn.
Right there, I think we damaged him with our gas pool before it went off. I thought I saw a 7 on him, which our 1 does do damage, but it's very small amount of damage. Your 1 is really that stun and set up for your other abilities. We use our 1, our ultimate, another ultimate, and Sun Wukong is able to clean it up. Rama's really far pushed up, so we're going to rotate over there, see if we can do anything here.
Your right tower is under attack.
We're just going to let Ymir rotate out of here. Get a little bit of damage onto this Ra. Rama, not Ra. Ymir is now here. He separated from his carry at the wrong time. Looks like he's running mid. And the enemy team surrenders. Well, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.